one thing I've fucking learned about you, Dean, is you don't like instructions.
No, you're shit at following instructions.
How are snipers? Welcome to the podcast. Another week, another free ep, you beauty, ready to climb in. There's plenty on the podcast. Just want to say quick thanks to podcast sponsors, which of course is the one and only Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together since 1795. From backyard get-togethers to the post-match bevy, raise a glass of good times and great company with a bourbon that's best enjoyed together.
We've got some epic war stories as per, cracking one at the end about things going pear-shaped whilst plumbing.
Also, is it okay to bully someone into getting married? Jay's got a foolproof way of figuring out someone's ring size, finger size for a ring. Also, as well, a bloke that is just, I would say, probably needs to stop hating hospitals as much. That would work out better for him.
He needs to listen to healthcare professionals.
Advice? No, thanks.
And also, we saw a real-life cowboy.
We did. Yes. Lots on the potty. Enjoy.
Attention, snipers! Gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories. Your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
Do you know what I just thought of then? In my head, I was like mimicking an old mate. Prepare to fire.
Yeah.
And then I remember going through the airport at Christchurch when we saw a real-life cowboy who looked like the coolest motherfucker ever.
He would have been part of that professional bull riding circuit, I reckon.
Oh, are they here at the moment?
There was a kid I just watched fucking randomly. We're at the pub last night, believe it or not. And
hang on a minute.
I know.
This doesn't sound like you.
Fucking very out of character.
You're reaching out of your comfort zone again.
Yeah, just trying new things, new day, new me, all that.
They say to start a habit, you got to go 30 days in a row. Otherwise, you won't be able to keep it up.
And I've been working on this for probably 30 years, and I'm fucking pretty close to nailing it, I reckon.
You always fall over at day 12, which is a real fucking defeatist attitude.
Well, I'm pretty happy that I'm at day 15 at the moment. I'm going okay. So we're at Jolene last night, which is like a little country music bar, and they had it playing on the thing. You know JB Money? The hair of like the coolest motherfucker that there is, in my opinion. He's sponsored by Marlboro. Anyone that's got a dance sponsorship is fucking sick.
He's the greatest bull rider in history.
Yeah, he retired. He's basically been battered. He doesn't look like he's not one of the big, muscly, fucking Brazilian bull riders. He is just skinny strong. And a proper cowboy, proper ranch guy. And the bull that retired him, once it retired, he retired the bull to his ranch.
Which is so cool.
Which in itself is cool. But this kid...
It was the one that no one could ride, eh?
Nah, and he fucking would pick it. We've done this on the podcast. So basically, from what I can gather, and somebody that's actually in the scene would be able to sort of correct me if I'm wrong here, but when you are like seated in the top tier, you get to choose your bull. And so say, for example, there's 10 bull riders or whatever it is. The top 5 get to choose their bulls, and you'd probably go for something that's a little bit more mid-ranger.
Yeah, or you go easier, mate, and get the W.
Yeah, and so that was the complete opposite. He's like, I've ridden every other bull, and no one can fucking ride that bull. So he picked it 7 times in a row, and it cost him 2 world championships.
And it just fucking bitched him every time.
It bitched everyone. This thing was fucking unstoppable. But they were playing it last night, and he was there congratulating this kid that's won it. The youngest ever PBR winner. This kid won $1 million. And he looks like him. Just a skinny little white dude who, same thing, got fucking shit whipped on this bull.
This dude that we saw at the airport he looked like someone off the Sixers ranch.
Yeah.
Like he had like a red shirt with like frilly bits hanging off it, like a waistcoat / like leather vest type thing, and then he had a cowboy hat. He looked out of place at Christchurch Airport.
Had the proper cowboy boots on.
But he looked awesome.
Yeah.
And then I tried to do a cowboy accent as we were getting our shit scanned. Not to him. I wasn't like, howdy, partner.
That was way better than what it was.
It was we're quite hungover.
Dunc goes, "Arr, how are you doing, me partner?" Or something fucking half pirate hybrid. And I fucking lost it.
I did it. Jay gives me the side out and I go, whoops.
Laughing through security, also not to be encouraged.
They like us down there.
They actually, they're
the friendliest ones. I mean, Auckland very good too, actually, for the most part, especially international. But the ones at Christchurch have always been awesome to us.
They're wicked.
Okay, let's do this war story. Dean, in the UK. What up, fellas and felled? Not so quick application for the Mad Dog Club or just a Mad Dog yarn, you decide. A yarn involving 3 separate injuries, some good old male stubbornness, and nearly losing a foot. Something tells me it ain't going to be from gout. For a bit of context, I hate going to hospitals, mainly for the reason that waiting times are insane, and by the time you get to see a doctor, you've usually recovered from your ailment and come down with a completely different one. If my wife or kids need treatment, I will deliver them to the emergency room post-haste, but if it's me, I ain't got fucking time for that. Anyway, I digress. A few years ago, I decided to go out into the big wide world and work for myself as a tattoo artist instead of working in someone else's studio. I put a lot of time into it and neglected the families a bit, so I decided to book a weekend away with the wife. Bit of shopping, and fingers crossed, a couple of nights of the no pants dance. I locked up the studio on one particularly cold night and managed to slip on a sheet of ice. My ankle rolled one way and my knee rolled the other. The sideways bend of a leg.
When you feel the sole of your foot kiss the inside of your calf.
And then on top of that, I felt like a sack of shit onto my wrist. More concern about my wrist. Broken wrist as a tattooist means obviously no work. I got up, checked around to make sure no one else had seen. Jumped in my car and drove home. Got home, told the wife I think I've broken my leg, and she demanded that I go to the hospital. I refused and continued being a tough guy despite being in a shit ton of pain. Eventually I did give in, but decided I wasn't going to our local hospital because I couldn't be asked to sit and wait. I drove 30 minutes down the road to another hospital, where the wait time is significantly shorter, no broken bones, just masses of muscle and ligament damage. Rest up and stay off it. Like, fuck, I'm doing that. Next day, straight back to work and walking around my gimpy right leg. 3 days later, I managed to step on my daughter's earring, with my left foot. Ooh, it went so far into my heel, I had to remove it with a pair of needle nose pliers.
Yuck, ears are grubby.
You already, I know he said, but where this is going, there's another one coming. This is a streak of 3 bad things. When the wife said I should go to hospital, I was like, fuck that, I got shit to do. And our weekend away was the next day, so I ignored it. Spent the week trying to walk around one of UK's biggest shopping centres on 2 gimpy legs, hemorrhaging money in the hopes of spoiling the wife to the point where I can spend a night playing hide the sausage. Mission was successful. Thanks for asking.
How is it the level of investment that people will go to? That
is way cheaper to get a hooker.
Yeah. Whereas if it floats, flies or fucks, rent it.
For the record, I don't. Dixie doesn't really like shopping. It's perfect. You, on the other hand.
I like how you didn't dismiss the sex worker part, though.
No, I did. I said, for the record, I don't. That's the first thing I said. Fucking please listen. I know some of us have been to the pub last night.
I went this morning.
Oh, well, technically correct.
I was lunchtime, was after midday.
That's a lie.
Oh, hang on a minute. Do you think this is a truthful podcast?
Hang on. Thank you very much.
Wait,
for ratifying that, David.
If you want the truth, fucking go and listen to Dunc and Garner, mate. He's all over it.
We had a fisherman's breakfast, a little shot
Jay's
of vodka and a
got red
coffee.
wine in his drink bottle. And that might come as a surprise to you, but that's a daily occurrence.
Did you come into work at midday?
Yeah. I had lunch first.
You just said it was after midday.
Got her.
Okay, yeah.
She was like, no fucking way did you arrive at work at midday.
Yeah.
I was early.
Yeah.
Because I'm not allowed to drive at the moment. I don't want to get DIC'd. Kidding. Once again, fucking kidding.
Listen, to half believe a quarter.
Yeah.
When we got home, I noticed an infection trace from my foot right up to my knee.
Oh, yuck.
Wife told me to go to the hospital. I say, fuck that. Next day, I gave in and went in, but not to my local hospital again. I drove the 30 minutes down the road to the hospital in the next town. There I was told I was borderline sepsis. Oh, bad news. Through the infection, had I waited another few days, we would be having a conversation about learning to walk without a foot. After immediate IV antibiotics, I was handed a box of tablets, told to rest, and elevate it, and sent on my way. What else could go wrong, I asked myself. The next weekend, I pick up a big, heavy wooden magazine rack for my sister-in-law's shop. Put it in the back of my van, and off I went. When I got to the shop, I opened the back, and the big heavy bastard slipped out and destroyed my right shin, which ballooned almost instantly. 2 weeks of nagging, and I fucking go to the hospital. I looked like I'd swap legs with an elephant, so I decided to eventually go in, not to my local hospital, but another 30-minute drive to the next town. Jeez, he's like milking dry all the hospitals in the area. With a look from the doctor that basically said, "Why are you here again, and how the fuck are you still alive?" I was told the shin wasn't broken, but the impact of the magazine rack and not doing anything about it, other than complain, I developed compartment syndrome. Oh, that's what Dixie had. Shit. This is fucking bad news.
So explain, without going into too much detail, because you're clearly not a doctor, but what happens?
I don't know if you see my initials. D.R. Hyde.
It's fucking pretty.
So, Dr. Hyde, welcome to the waiting room.
Is in. What is compartment syndrome?
Yeah, so essentially it's when blood goes into the leg and can't get out.
That's
so
right.
your heart keeps forcing, as your body's pumping blood around your body, it gets pumped into your leg, and it can happen in any of your extremities, and then it just starts ballooning up and just
gets rock hard.
Rock hard, and is extremely painful, and the only way to release it is just to basically get a scalpel and run it down the front of your shin, which is what Dixie had on both legs. She was at if you're in New Zealand, you know this is outward bound, and you have to do like a fucking half marathon or something on the 5th day of like a self-progress, like outdoorsy thing. And everyone's like, "Keep going." She's like, "I think I'm fucked." They're like, "You're not fucked, keep going, you just got to go through it." She says, "I'm going to die." Anyway, ended up getting helicoptered out of there. And then taken over to Wellington, and they cut her, same thing. So what I'm talking about, cut her from just below the knee to like probably 5 centimeters above your ankle, and just opened it up. And you leave it open for ages, and then they stitch it together with like real thick fishing line, and then they'll heal it for a bit, and then they'll stitch it tighter and tighter and tighter, and then you have to do plastic surgery to tidy it up at the end. It's a fucking mess. It looks so grim. Got photos of it. I should bring them in.
No.
Show and tell.
No. Yeah,
it's just the inside of a body.
Does she have scars?
Yeah, fuck yeah. One more. I think she got plastic surgery on one leg, and that one's pretty sweet. The other one's a bit fucked, eh?
Why would you just do one?
Oh, Poddy, I don't know. If I remember her saying it was just admin. She's like, "Oh, I can't be fucked." I don't know why they didn't do 2 at once.
I was going to say, fucking in for a penny, in for a pound, eh?
Okay, it happens. If it happens suddenly, it can be serious and need treatment as soon as possible. And I was told if it didn't settle down, surgery would be required to relieve the pressure, and I could potentially lose my foot. Instructions were to rest and keep my foot elevated. One thing I've fucking learned about you, Dean, is you don't like instructions.
Wait, no, you're shit at following instructions.
Rest, keep my foot elevated. This began several weeks of explaining to every client why I was tattooing them whilst having both legs elevated on chairs. Oh, how they laughed. Anyway, both feet still infected and fully attached. Hang on a minute. Still infected? I am waiting for the next avoidable catastrophe. Love the show, love the podcast, love the Not For Radio podcast. Keep up the good work because UK radio is wank.
Wank.
I feel like there's... What do you mean?
Both feet are still infected.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
anyway,
gonna be
both feet still infected and fully attached.
Still intact, maybe? I don't know.
But you would, like... These all good. It would have been something good to write in there. I think motherfucker's going to end up losing his feet. That's my prediction for his 2026.
He's going to be walking around on fucking 2 pegs.
He's going to be fucking Oscar Pistorius, Nubby McNubbison, without the,
Without.
He's out now.
Is he?
Yeah,
fucking hell.
and no one's killed him.
That's wild.
Crazy, eh?
Well, you better not go.
South Africa's wild. You get killed for being a good person there.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't go to the toilet.
Should we, how is Oscar Pistorius going?
Seems to be not bad.
He'll be fucking... He'll come from money, I reckon. Released on parole in January 2024 after serving over 8 years for a sentence of his murder of Reeva Steenkamp. Remained under strict parole conditions until his sentence expires in 2029. Includes alcohol ban, restrictions on travel, no media interviews, regular check-ins. In mid-2025, he competed in an Ironman in Durban. How are you on strict parole conditions if you've done a fucking Ironman? Placed 555th overall and third in the physically challenged category, reportedly with his parole officer's approval. There you go. If you like, I can pull up some recent interviews or public sightings of him.
Nah, fuck him.
No, thanks. Just use some more computer power.
Yeah, there it is. I found this popped up. Hang on, do you want to do the old stingo?
Motherfucking heck, yes. Up the waz.
Motherfucking heck yes.
Yes, that is English.
When you go through the process, I've been through the process where you get an engagement ring and you propose to your partner. You did the fucking Dunc way of doing it. You just jumped all that shit straight into me.
Don't worry about engagements, mate. Just go and get the piece of paper and then borrow some dead person rings and say you're going to give them back. Don't.
There you go. See, that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is by planning it.
You didn't plan fucking anything apart from the proposal.
That's it, yeah. But that's my bit. Done. But there's so many fucking moving pieces to that whole thing.
Too stressful. Don't
Yeah.
it? Nah.
But it always, like, it's one of those things you don't think about until you actually have to do it. And it's how do you get, like, there's no point getting a ring that's fucking too tiny for your chick's finger or one that just flops around like a fucking hula hoop.
That whole thing weirded me out too, because it's like, what are you going to buy one of those like ring sizing things they have in the shop and then just like accidentally leave it on the bed?
Yeah. So this,
then they're just playing the game and watching you stress and go through it all.
yeah, and so this wasn't my approach, but one that could be implemented if you were to be getting stressed out about getting a fucking ring size for your missus you wanting to propose. Question was asked, how can I measure my girlfriend's finger discreetly? And this is why the internet rules, because everyone climbs in. It's like, I want
Tranquilizer.
I want to buy my girlfriend a ring and propose to her. She doesn't wear rings and her hands are very small. I'm worried that the size of the ring won't fit. How can I know her ring size without her noticing? This is where the internet pops in.
She doesn't wear rings, mate. Don't fucking get her one. Get her a necklace.
Another way of looking at it, that's the Dunc.
That's a $7,000 mistake you're about to make.
So this one here, ask her, in brackets, respectfully, to finger your anus.
And then you're going to need to get a mate to measure it up.
Then you can try different sized objects of similar circumference until one feels about the same. Then you can take that to the jeweler and they will measure it. Make sure you wash it first. Great response. And then someone chips in, and after you buy the ring, you can hide it in your ass and get her to finger it again. Boom, surprise, you're engaged.
Ooh, feels like something in there. Yes, that's marriage. It's so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Boy, why do they insist on putting rings in those giant boxes? And dudes are going to try and hide them, like, you know, like, it's just the whole thing of opening the box or something.
It's tradition.
Don't do that. Don't ask your dad. Just
Hide it in your ass.
Go to the shop, get it done. On that, what are your thoughts on bullying someone into marriage?
Oh, it worked for me. Yeah. Anna would say every morning repetition, she's like, when are we going to get married? When are we going to get married? And just wore me down. That's the second time that it's, first time almost worked on me with somebody else. Second time, I just fucking didn't have enough left in the tank.
I know where this is
stand
going.
out.
I can't put up with this for another 3 months.
Fucking hell. And then it's, when are we getting engaged?
If you get your dad to pay for it, we'll do it, eh? Is that what you said?
No, I bought it and then had to organise the.
I was talking about the whole
mule
wedding.
ring. Oh yeah, the wedding. He took that, like a fucking champ.
What a beauty.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring it up, Luke W. from England says, first things first, you guys may already be aware the Rock Drive and Not For Radio are Kushti podcasts. What's Kushti?
I have no idea.
Kushti.
Kushti. Where's this person from?
England.
Northamptonshire.
Great. Means good, great, fine, okay sound. I'm going to
Awesome.
assume he means okay.
Okay.
Cool. The Rock Drive and Not For Radio are okay podcasts that bring in a great deal of joy to fellow battlers all over the world. So for that, good form from you guys, good form. Tempted as I'm about to contribute to your portfolio of hectic yarns, I sadly have more serious business to attend to here by correcting a shout-out made by Dunc back in September. My girlfriend at the time managed to get a message read out in the episode number 562 urging me to pull my finger out and pop the question. I heard you, mate, and she is no longer my girlfriend. Yay!
So you look at the positive, I'm like, he's fucking binned her. She's too needy.
Okay, I'll keep reading. Let me keep reading. Her persistence and resourcefulness has finally paid off, and I am happy to confirm I dumped her. No, it's not. I made that bit up. She accepted my newly proposed promotion to fiance. FYI, her salary has stayed the same. Why, I hear you ask, would anybody want to proverbially chain themselves to an avid listener of this show until death do them part? God only knows. But you know what they say. You shouldn't go around kicking gift horses in the... What's her name? Seriously, though, she is most certainly a good catch, and I'm 100% getting the better end of the deal here, so I am reluctant to pull too hard on that thread. I do think it's important to remember, though, that behind many of us chaotic, childish, and crooked individuals is a strong, loving, and most importantly, understanding person who deserves to feel appreciated, if nothing else, just for putting up with our shenanigans. He wants you to know that he loves you with all of his heart, Kimberly, and perish the thought, dreads to think where he would be without you. I've just got myself engaged, lol, but other than that, sweet as. Anywho, massive thanks to the whole bloody team, and much love to all of our Kiwi brothers over there. Please do keep up the good work. Go well, go long, and up the what's the names. And would you like to see a picture of them?
Yes.
Just bring it up here. Oh, gee, they're a bloody good-looking couple, aren't they? Here you go.
Oh, it's a tonkable bunch.
That's right, we'll put it in post.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if Dunc wants to do it? There we go. So clear.
Yeah. 40-year-olds in tech, best combo. He looks like a
That's
fucking...
my PowerPoint.
He looks like a Viking.
He does.
Maybe it's because he's standing by the beach and there's a hole in the rock.
Fuck, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody else wants to bully someone into getting married on the podcast, I mean, we're clearly up for it. Or just quickly, while we're doing, I guess it was like a semi-shout-out, Emily Branson, who's currently, I believe, is either on Kentucky with Mitch from our breakfast show on The Rock.
Yeah.
Mitch is one of the producers. It looks like he's been having an amazing trip through the States, or is the mother of one of the people on there. But Sniper Lead as well, top brass. Good on you, Emily. Good to have you
Good
listening.
stuff.
What was the...
NFR bingo.
No, I've got that. We're going to do that in a second. The message you got yesterday afternoon on Instagram about the small world of the podcast.
Ah, yes.
You dig that out while I do this bit next
Yeah.
bit.
I'm pretty sure that I screen grabbed it because that's how much of a special human I am.
Okay, so there was a while back, there was a bloke that messaged and he was doing NFR bingo. It'll make sense once we get into it. And he's just done the next bunch of episodes. So I think he did episodes 100 to 200. Sorry, 0 to 100. 0 to 200. Like whatever, he's done some. So Dan McKinlay, I think his name is. Yeah, Dan McKinlay. So have we got this? Big Herb, next round of NFR bingo with percentage differences and a few numbers added. Mm-hmm. Episodes number 200 to 400. Westy Lee predominantly features from 200 onwards. Mentions gets married / he has been an English major 5 times. Talks / explains his clubfoot 9 times. Says I digest instead of digress 3. Says later bowl to finish off an episode 7 times. Dunc mentions Dixie or the kids 59 times, which is a 132% increase. Mispronounces places and words. This is a real fucking highlight for me. 75 times, 65% increase. I'm getting worse.
I was going to say, this is a positive increase.
Well, people seem to like me being a fucking degenerate, getting the English language, butchering it.
I fucken love it more than anyone else, I reckon, when you just get
Someone said
absolutely
they-
hung up on the fucking simplest of words.
Anonymity. When I was doing that one the other day, that has popped up in Sniper's Nightmare saying, fuck you, Dunc, now I'm saying it wrong. And I legitimately had to go to Google and type it in and then hit the little wee sound on and be like, oh, yeah, that's how you say it.
How do you say it?
I clearly don't know.
Oh, you was having a serious go before? Fucking hell.
Anonymity. I'm adding something extra in there. Yes. Let's get back to this. Dunc uses Dunc words. Admin, great shout, nudge, wedge, mean, hundy, wounder, hard out, hard, mahi, how's it, out the gate, 181 times, 31% increase. Says could be better with a bit of Best Foods mayo, 15 times.
Fucking hell, I don't even think I've ever heard you say it.
Oh, man, I'll say it again. You could put that stuff on
Anything.
on dog shit and it'd be edible. Teagues disapprovingly says, oh, Jay, 12 times, an 88% decline.
Wow.
That's after...
That is a calloused
Hold on,
soul.
Jay, this is in the past.
Yeah, so this is a calloused soul.
This is up to 400, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
So,
I think
yeah.
your give a fucks have just run
last
out.
year.
Yeah.
Wheezes from laughing. Teagues actually only speaks in 28 episodes, so average wheeze per episode is 5.035, which is a 68% decline.
It's
Jay.
so in depth.
Yeah.
Mentions growing up on a farm, zero times.
There it is.
Wow.
Wow. Says buddy of mine 38 times, which is a 98% increase. Says something controversial about Dunc, Teagues, Caleb or Westy Lee 65 times, 82% increase. Says mentions Tauranga Boys College 10 times, 0% increase. Carries on about how much he enjoys the 8-bit intros 7 times, an 82% decline. Jay uses J words, including huzzah, scratcher, croucher, shit snipper, thunder pump, shit whipped 45 times, 85% increase. Gets sweaty hands, thinks he's going to spew 64 times.
Wow.
I don't think it was that bad.
Out of 200 episodes, 78% increase. And Jay torched the carcass, hung over as fuck, sounds like Darren Lockyer 9 times.
Chalk up another couple of that.
And then he also says, once I'm all tatted up, healed, I'll come visit. I'd love to say g'day to you and Jay. You can sign the tattoo and maybe recommend a nearby tattoo artist in Auckland to quickly buzz the signatures on. Because why the fuck not? Thinking of popping over mid-December before you blokes fold up shop, or in
awesome.
February I'm back.
Mega. Mate, that'd be awesome. And
He's getting I forgot about that. He's getting that one tattooed, which is one of our original logos, the half face of ours.
holy fuck. That's sick.
It is. I always liked that. That was a done on a shoestring. It was some of our best work.
Not even a shoestring. Speaking of a small world, segue. This is from Dave McGinn. And he goes, well, if it isn't the old Jay Revio. How's it, Big Herb? Bit of a David Longy, but wanted to share with you. This comes from listening to the Not For Radio podcast, episode 478, where you crucified your mum's fish pie, and then a fella messaged in and said that he'd met swearing Steve Reeve and your mum after listening to the episodes. It's a small world. They literally had pulled into a driveway in Taranaki, and the bloke was listening to it, and he was like, fuck me, I just heard about your shit fish pie. I live on the south coast of the UK, for context. I'm about 45 minutes from Goodwood, which is where the Festival of Speed is, and about half an hour from Brighton and Hove.
Yeah.
One day a few weeks back, I was working in a little town called Red Hill. When I'd finished the job, I was loading the kit back in my van when a lady walked past with a lovely little pooch, which jumped at me when I said hello to it and her. She immediately apologised, and I said, no dramas. We spoke for a couple of minutes when I noticed that she had a Kiwi accent. She said, well, fuck, you got a good ear for a Kiwi accent, as she's been in the UK for a fair while now. I told her that it was easy to pick up as I listened to a couple of Kiwi lads on a couple of podcasts. She straight away said, not Jay and Dunc by any chance. I said, yeah, so it's fucking absolute legends. She said, she then went on to tell me that she grew up at the Mount and knows you, Jay, and you did the same course when training to be a cooking teacher. Told me you were a handful back then, licked the stamp most weekends and fully fucking sent it. So a small world indeed. The drive home consisted of more fucking hilarity and a smile to boot. Loving the potties, keep them coming. Go well, go long, and up the mother heckin' wars, Dave-O from South Coast UK. How fucked is that?
What are the chances?
What are the chances, mate? That because the cohort, your year that goes through teachers college there was me, Troy, and then another guy who I copied. Shit is that? Who I copied all of his assignments.
That's what you got done for, eh?
Yeah, well, this one I don't want to say his name. And then the rest of it was all females. So, I mean, that really narrows it down. It's not going to be fucking
Now I'm
hard
starting
when you're
to-
playing the game of Cluedo, is it? It's fucking Jay, Troy, that guy. Anyhow, fuck it, I'm not teaching anymore anyway.
Now I'm starting to see the J. Reeve rationale to wanting to get into teaching.
What's that?
Great ratio.
Oh, mate. It's fucking fish in a barrel. It's
Why do they put that on the fucking posters of they're struggling for dudes to become teachers?
I love seeing people that are actually
Become a teacher. It's raining chicks. Hallelujah.
Gets a little bit niggly when you start dipping the pen in the company ink, though.
No, that's what you need to do it before.
Oh,
While you're training.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. But a lot of them, particularly in our year, were mothers that were going back to retrain to do a job that they'd always loved. They'd been in a career, they'd had their children, so they're a little bit older. So they just looked at me like another piece of shit, which I was, 18 years old. Fuck, how's this? So last night went to Brad Cox, hence the voice is a bit fucked. We had him on the podcast. He was playing a gig at a bar here in Auckland called Double Whammy, where I was literally a week ago. Oh, no. 4 days ago, and I walked in wearing the exact same shit, and the guy goes, "Have you been home yet?"
Oh, shit.
I didn't put two and two together, and so I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Brett, by the way, just a bit of reference in case you haven't listened to that episode. Brad Cox, country music star out of Australia. He has got a brand new album out. He's just a magic human, and his music's fucking awesome.
Love it, and it was such a good performance last night too. But was outside crunching a lung buster, and there's an older guy. He would have been probably mid to late 60s. Brad Cox t-shirt on, fucking big fan of the music. Saw him at Byron Bay Blues and Country Music Fest or whatever. And he came up and he goes, "Jay." And I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "I don't know if you remember me." And I'm like, "Fucking probably not." And he goes, "We rented a house in Mount Maunganui off some friends of your parents. It's, they used to be a co-owner in Repco. Jeff Taylor. Awesome bloke." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, what a small world." We used to go there all the time because he was the only kid, my mate Adam was the only kid that I knew that had a place right on the beach when we were growing up because we were all country kids. And so we'd fucking just pile in and live at his house basically for the whole of summer, eat them out of fucking house and home. But Jeff and Donna are awesome, such accommodating parents and hosts. And he goes, "Yeah, we're renting a house off them." And I saw these fucking pieces of shit walking around the beach access. And we must have been, I don't remember it at all because this would not be an isolated incident. But we've been smashing piss in the beach access away from his parents so they couldn't see us. And they busted us coming around. And I was like, that no shit would have been 30 plus years ago. And he was like, "Yeah, I remember it as if it was yesterday. You clocked my eyes. You knew that I knew that you were doing something fucking naughty. And you just Homer Simpson straight back into the fucking bushes and back up the thing." And I was like, "What did I have? I fucking sure I didn't have any bottles of piss. It wouldn't be that stupid." He goes, "You had a pump bottle that was just full with like
Rocket fuel.
just rocket fuel shit, like rum, brandy, vodka, gin, anything you could jam into it." And I was like, "Yes, I do remember that vaguely."
That's so funny.
But yeah, pretty classic because Tricky was there. And so Tricky came up and he's like, "This is going to be a fucking punishing chat." And he goes, "Yeah, fuck. I saw you." I was like, "That piece of shit." And Tricky's like, "Pff, what? That's the fucking best thing I've ever heard." Just made my night. But yeah, that's a fucking very random crossing of paths from quite some time ago.
It's funny what people remember, eh? Like, Dixie always says, like, "Man, I don't know how you can remember so much." But the stuff that I remember I talk about. I clearly don't talk about the stuff I can't remember. But it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone's just got a filing cabinet they're jamming memories in, and fucking some of them get faded with time.
Can we just take a fucking moment to just admire this resplendent jerkin that's just walked into the fucking airlock out there? Come on in. You've got to fucking model that for the team. Get in here, you gorgeous bastard. Come on in. Come on in. Look at that.
Oh, fuck, that
Fucking
is awesome.
Look at this fucking handsome bastard. Give us
Oh,
a spin. Hey, fucking little beauty. Look at that. Fucking have a go.
Do you know what? Like,
peel that off a dead cunt. Look at this.
no, that'll be back in fashion. That's back in 100%. That's back in fashion, is it?
Fucking fancy.
That's a $50 fine from the thrift shop.
You
Yes.
did peel it off a dead person. Like, fucking you.
Everyone, this is Brody. Sometimes he edits the podcast when Tom's away.
I remember like many moons ago.
Crouch down and look out. Instantly, I go from being 42 to fucking 100. Look at you.
That's why I go to the pub every night.
If you fucking thrash yourself hard enough, mate, one day you'll look this shit as well.
Oh, I hope so.
Good on you, bros. Good sport, mate. Fuck, that is just outrageous.
That's
Not
a
many people
fuck-
can pull that off, but Brody can.
That's a put together man right there. Currently single, looking for meaningful one night relationships, sliding to his DMs.
I reckon the last time I wore something like that would have been 2006 with a pink salmon polo underneath it.
Yeah. Lined up at the fucking Holy Grail waiting to get in so you can mix it up with the.
Might have even had two polos and pop both collars.
Fucking hell.
Righto, mate. Let's do your war story. You need a coffee and a look in the mirror.
I need more than that.
Snipers, reload. Another war story incoming. Eyes on target, scopes dialed in. Let's see who hits the mark.
This is from Trev the Ledge in Bournemouth. It's under the category of laughable injuries. Hello, guys. Trev the Ledge from the UK again. Lol. Thought this would make you laugh if nothing else. I like to ramble a bit, so I do apologise. Some 30-odd years ago, I was working for my dad's plumbing firm when I was about 17 or 18. Repairing and renewing water mains at properties for the local council, and it's fair to say that I certainly wasn't an expert in this particular field of work. But it wasn't that difficult, and I was earning a bit of extra beer money over the summer whilst I was waiting to start at an air traffic controller training course in a couple of months. Fuck, that's a wild-ass job. I wouldn't even...
Not a lot of wriggle room for fuck-ups in that job.
You're not turning up to push tin when you're fucking operating like I am at the moment, are you?
Well, concerningly, people probably do because, bell curve of humans. There'll be some J's there somewhere.
There's always a J. When you're working at the moment, there is a J. There is a fucking piece of shit. This particular hot sunny week, myself and my big Paddy mate, Colin, because that's his fucking name, we're replacing a burst water main between the stopcock out the front of the property up into the house. This thing must have been leaking for quite some time, as the front garden was like a fucking swamp due to all the water that had been pissing out underground for weeks, if not months. It took a few days to dig a trench across the garden, which would fill with water as quick as we dug. Not a problem. We had a little submersible pump working constantly to keep the water level down, and plenty of beers to counteract the beaming hot summer sun as we worked. Come Friday afternoon, we were ready to connect the new water main into the house, which wasn't a problem. We had several successful water main replacement projects under our belt, and this was just another straightforward job. Should take 20 minutes, possibly 30, if not to connect it all up. At this particular property, the existing water main had been running through ducting from under the path leading up to the front door under the house, and it came up through the floor in the kitchen, which weirdly was right in the middle of the house. Some 20 to 30 feet from the front door. Again, not a problem. We'd done this shit before. Piece of cake. We knew what we were doing. The trench across the garden fed into the big hole that we had opened under the path by the front door. This exposed where the pipe went into the ducting under the house, and also allowed me enough room to cut the old water main so that I could connect it to the new water main pipe and feed it through the ducting to my buddy that would be pulling it through from the inside of the house to connect his end. As I've said, it was pretty muddy and waterlogged, and although the pump was doing its best, there was still lots of water, and there was no way I was getting in that hole with my new expensive trainers on. Who the fuck is plumbing with trainers? So I was kitted out in standard 1990s health and safety plumber uniform, which basically consisted of a pair of wellies and a pair of shorts, too hot for t-shirts. The plan was discussed. I saw through the pipe, connect the new main. I'd push it through from that end while my potato munching buddy would pull from his end and connect it once through. So there I am, junior hacksaw in hand, sat in a big muddy hole full of water with my wellies on, ready to execute our relatively simple... Fuck, I know where this is going. I just got it. I started to cut the black water main pipe with the junior hacksaw, and bearing in mind I'd done this dozens of times before, it didn't actually dawn on me until I'd been hacking away at this stubborn black poly pipe for about 30 seconds that I'd not made much progress.
Uh-oh.
This pipe was much tougher than the old black poly water main pipes that I'd sliced through before. Normally I'd cut through the pipe in a matter of seconds. But it was black, and the pipe coming up through the kitchen floor was black, so I discarded my unconscious, logical, and self-preservation warning and soldiered on. If you haven't picked up where this is going right now...
This is going to be so
fuck
bad.
me. I managed about another 3 or 4 strokes with a junior hacksaw until reality struck. That reality came with a fucking bang so loud that several of the neighbours in the road came out into their front doors to see what the fuck had just happened. They thought somebody had just been shot. What they actually found was me laying on my back in the middle of the garden, still clenching hold of what was left of the hacksaw, since half of it literally disintegrated.
Holy fuck.
I had no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no chest hair. Yeah, all fucking 4 of them had been nuked, and even once hairy legs were now smooth to the touch. Luckily, the hair on my head remained intact, regardless of its resemblance to Doc out of Back to the Future. Oh, shit. I wasn't sure at this point what the fuck had actually happened. I heard a booming, broad Irish accent sounding, "What the fuck was that?" as my mate Colin came running through the house to find me laying in the garden some 35 yards from the hole that I was working in a couple of seconds ago. I remember the bang. I remember lots of blue flashes, and I remember thinking, thank fuck I had those wellies on when I decided to hacksaw through an entire electrical mains cable in a fucking watery hole with a junior hacksaw.
Oh, man.
Took me a while to steady myself and realise how lucky I was to be alive, but all of a sudden there was a massive bang. There was a massive bang for down in the hole. Water was getting into where I'd cut through the armoured wall of the electrical cable. And as time went by, the bangs started becoming quite regular, every 5 minutes or so. Obviously, the electric board were called, and we waited for a while, but I decided that since I was the cause of this shit show, I was going to sort it out. I rummaged through the van till I found what I was looking for and went back to the exploding hole of doom, armed with, you guessed it, a fucking roll of electrical tape. Don't ask me what I was thinking, but I managed to get in there and tape it up without killing myself. The electrician that turned up was fucking gobsmacked and said that I had a death wish. Ah, well, thank fuck for rubber wellies, eh? Trev the Ledge.
Yeah, Trev the Ledge. Oh, man, he's lucky.
Yeah,
It's crazy how much electricity can run through the human body.
Yeah.
And it still comes out the other side.
That guy that we...
Got struck by lightning twice.
No, the one that walked into the power lines has been chopped in half by the drunk driver, and he had fucking blue flame burning from his chin to his belly button, and his armpits got blown out, and his fucking legs had blue flames out them.
Oh, my God.
And he's still alive.
Hey, I think that's my favourite one.
Ceasefire, snipers! Today's top marksman has been selected. The war story of the day goes to...
Trevor Ledge. Yeah, Dean, you're a close second.
Yeah.
I just do not mess with the electricity. It's a no from me, dog.
Fucking hate electric shocks more than anything else.
It's like a...
We're trying to get the police...
magic. You go like, you're going to get an electric shock. It doesn't look like it, but it's magic. You will.
We had this sergeant that came in when we were at the races, and I was like, you can come in and eat as much barbecue as you want if you taser Dunc and you yell Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu first.
He did not have a fucking bar of that at all. We warmed him up eventually, though, didn't we?
Yeah. We're going to see him next Wednesday?
Yeah, he's up for Metallica.
Oh, no, he's up for Tool.
Oh, yeah, next Sunday.
Sarge up for Tool.
Just by the way as well, if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, the T-shirt that I'm wearing is this year's Hunter's Element Movember T-shirt.
Great
November at the moment. It's got myself and Jay on there, plus one of our listeners is in the middle there. Si, who's done a fair bit of artwork for us in the past, did the art for it. All proceeds do stay within New Zealand. So if you're looking at buying it overseas, fair cop, you're going to get absolutely smoked on the shipping, but it is a cool T-shirt, and they do last stages. They do a singlet as well, and they do it in yellow too. So if you're an international listener, we'll put the hunterselement.com website in the show notes, and you can find it there. If you're in New Zealand, you can buy one just by going to hunterselement.co.nz. I think we've raised about 200 grand for them over the past few years, so it's a good wee initiative, and you get something out of it as well. So for those that are hanging out for our merch, maybe a wee option for you too. And also, since this is a free ep, yes, you need to be Sniper Elite to get your hands on the hats. Just currently ironing out a couple of issues. There was a bit of a misunderstanding about where the things were going to be sold from. So once we get through that, they will go up. And then Sniper Elite members that have signed up through the supporting cast, which is the Rover back end, you can still listen to it on whatever platform you choose. But the ones that do it there will get an email from us, and that'll be a private link, and those people will be able to buy them because there's, I don't know, 300-400 or something.
Yeah.
So they'll go super fast, and we'll have to do
a re-up.
which won't probably arrive until the new year, one would imagine.
No.
What other admin do I want to say? Teagues, you've been amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you for putting up with Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quietly impressed with myself, actually.
You're going great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whether or not you'll be going great at the end of the radio show. You're normally pretty good, though. You're built for it. Jay hasn't got sick since he started caning again. It's crazy.
It's not for everybody, and it's obviously not medical advice, but now that I'm not being healthy, I feel way healthier.
So ridiculous, eh?
Look at this. The redness has returned back to the skin, you know? I'm sweating a little bit more than I normally do.
You look healthy. It's a glow. It's a healthy glow.
The glands are inflamed.
It's the same sort of glow Santa has at the Westfield shopping malls at the end of the year.
I fucking smell like Santa as well.
Like a port glow.
Just disappointment and regret.
Hey, massive thanks to the show sponsors, Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together since 1795. That's so crazy, eh? Over 230 years of tradition, making every sip a taste of history. The world's #1 bourbon and New Zealand's #1 spirit. Thanks, team. Oh, we've got something. That's the other thing I was going to say. We will, for those that have been like, do I want 300 extra episodes ad-free of this podcast? And will I become Sniper Elite? We're going to do another Black Friday special, which is obviously just around the corner. You've probably seen some of those ads popping up on Facebook. And that's where heaps of you guys jumped on last year because it is way cheaper. I think we did 50% off for the year or something outrageous. So I don't know. We haven't decided what we're doing this year. But in the meantime, I think...
See Teagues' face. What the fuck? Hang on a second. Let's discuss that. 50% off.
We're just discussing it now.
75% off basically is the Black Friday sale. Fucking get that in 32 hats for $5.
Yeah, and in the meantime, if you do want to sign up, try the code NFR. That might still be live, might get you something off. But we're on YouTube now, full episodes. There's a subscription, separate one for the video on YouTube for all of the episodes. And then obviously everywhere else. If you're not on the Snipers Nightmare Facebook page, jump on that too. Yeah. It's a hell place. It's amazing how many people listen to the podcast, like heaps of episodes after finding us through TikTok or whatever, and then don't jump on that page, then finally do. I think I saw a post this morning that Teagues released that someone was saying, holy fuck, I've arrived.
It was, I had it the best explained to me by the police officers that we're talking to, that because when you go, well, why do you listen? And it's for them, it's, what is it, a brain disengage? It's kind of like watching shit TV. That your brain can kind of just completely unravel after having a really stressful day, which I think is probably, if we were to canvass everybody, that would probably be what the major feedback would be. It's just a little bit of a disconnect. Needed. In a great way of connecting and fucking laughing and all the stuff that goes with it. But the other one is it because we don't know where it's going. So say, for example, reading that story, you start to run ahead in your mind and go, well, this is where the story is going to go. And particularly if you're a police officer, because you want to be running these big, long paths in front of you. And they said that's the best part about it, is that with their analytical police brains, it never goes the way that you think it's going to go. And that's the really, restful part of it, is that the brain goes, I can't be fucked with this, and just kicks back.
Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah, bloody awesome. Go well, go long.
Head up the wires.
We'll be back tomorrow with another Not For Radio, you legends.
Hey, fellas, let's make Jay puke his guts up. This is Not For Radio.